Hey everybody, it's Heidi Hope, and we're here for FAQ Friday, live from the HHP studio, and we have got a big surprise for you today. If you joined us last week, you know that we launched our business plan for photographers. Oh, cancel. Okay, did that work? Let's try this again. Sorry, I got a little error message there, and with our trouble last week with the microphone being off, I wanted to make sure that everything was running smoothly. So hopefully you guys can see me here today and hear me, because that helps too. So last week we launched our business plan for photographers, and I was totally overwhelmed with the response to that over the weekend. I'm so excited for all of you who purchased the business plan, who downloaded it, who started planning. It definitely is a lot of work. So the business plan is a framework, but it's something that you have to really set aside some time to do, because there really is no magic answer for having a successful business. Being an entrepreneur is a lot of really hard work. What the business plan does for you, though, is it provides a framework. It allows you to actually make a conscious plan for yourself so that the efforts that you're making within your business are really bringing you somewhere, are bringing you closer to your goals, to the dream business that you want to have, to the income that you want to have, to the hours that you want to work, all of those details. That a lot of people just kind of get into the photography business because they love photography and don't really think about those details. And all of a sudden, they're doing a job that they hate. So planning your business can really help you keep that creative passion alive and that love for photography alive while still having a profitable business. So thank you everyone who purchased the business plan last week. We've already gotten some great reviews. Thank you for those. This week, we're going to give away one copy of the Creative Business Plan for Photographers. To enter that giveaway, it's going to go live at 3 p.m. on the learning blog, HeidiHope.com/learning. You can just click on Business Plan in the top menu or go into our shop and find the business plan, and you'll be able to enter. It's just an easy Rafflecopter giveaway right on the blog post, and you can enter to win a copy of the Creative Business Plan for Photographers for yourself. Okay, but let's get to our questions this week. Thank you everyone who's joining us. We got some awesome questions. We're starting with Danielle today, and she says she would like to know a little bit more about our baby plans. When clients come in for a 6-month session, how long is the session? How many different outfits do you do? And how many pictures do they see in the final gallery? Also, are you planning on drawing for a free business plan this morning? Yes, we are, Danielle. So you got to get over there and enter it. But let's get back to your question. So baby plans. Our baby plan is a series of 3 sessions during baby's first year. It's a newborn, 6-month, and first birthday. 6-month is like the sitting up stage, so sometimes it's a little later than 6 months. If they miss newborn, they could do a 3-month, 6-month, first birthday if they wanted to do that. Some people also add on a maternity session to that. Other than that, we don't add on a lot of other sessions to the baby plan because that's a lot of sessions and a lot of pictures. And so for our clients who are coming, they're investing a significant amount of money. They want to do wall art and have products that they're leaving with. You know, there's only so much wall space and there's only so many things you can do. And so we find that 3 to 4 sessions is really a perfect amount to capture all of those different baby milestones in an artistic and creative way without having kind of like oversaturation of too many images. And a lot of times too many images becomes overwhelming to families and they're like, what do we do with all of these? So those are really the prime baby milestones that people love to see and capture, and we think that's like a perfect number. The typical session for 6 months is about 45 minutes to an hour. We never really go over an hour for this age because everyone, you know, we can get what we need. A lot of times just in a half hour, 45 minutes, we can get a gallery of 75 final edited images, and it's like hard to even cut down with that amount of time. So yeah, we keep it kind of short and sweet, and that keeps it fun for families. That the full family usually comes, so any older siblings don't get too tired, and dads don't get too tired, and baby doesn't get too tired. Usually, when you start approaching the hour mark with a baby of that age, they do start to get a little overstimulated and tired. So we keep it short and sweet, and then our final gallery can be anywhere from 50 images to 75 images. It really depends on if we're doing family portraits or not. Not everybody does family portraits at 6 months, so obviously galleries with family portraits are going to be much bigger than galleries that are just the baby. And it kind of depends how many sets we do. We usually say to plan for 2 to 3 different looks or outfit changes for baby during the session, usually 1 outfit for full family, and then they'll do, 2 or 3 other looks. So maybe 1 look would be like a naked baby or a diapered baby, really classic traditional baby portraits. Another look might be something more fun and colorful, something with a book or a stuffed animal or a tutu. So something that's a little bit more whimsical. So that was a great question, Danielle. Thank you. Okay, Ashley asks, I love this question. How do you politely tell parents to sod off? Is that like a, I don't know that phrase, but I think it's really funny. Sod off, just sod off. I'm going to use that from now on, unless that was a typo. She always has trouble. She's finding parents want to get the smiles, and then she misses them due to the babies and kids getting distracted by their parents. So this happens a lot, but parents really just, they want to help. They want the best session possible for their baby. And a lot of times babies really, especially at like the 6-month age, the smile that they have for their parents is like no other, right? I mean, they're just in love. And the way that they smile at their parents, that's something that the parents want to capture forever, right? It's like you want to hang on to that baby smile for life. So I don't discourage parents from getting involved, but what I do say is, I say, if you're going to try to get the baby's attention, come as close to my head as possible. Like, I want you breathing down my neck. I don't mind. So if they try to get their attention, I get them really close to me, and that way the baby's still looking towards the camera. Or I'll have the parents interact, and then I'll say, okay, let me see if I can grab their attention over here towards the camera now, because we got some sweet smiles that way. So I just balance it. I want the parents to have fun. I want them to be involved. And then I don't have trouble saying, we got that, it was beautiful, now let me try to get their attention this way and see what we do. A lot of times parents don't even realize that that's what they're doing, because they don't, they just see a beautiful smile looking up at them. They don't realize that our lens is down here. So they don't mind the guidance, I find. And another great trick is, if you feel like it's really interfering, I always say this, like, sometimes babies get overstimulated with so many people trying to get their attention. So let's just, like, I'll have you guys step over there just for a second. Let me see if I can really get them connecting with the camera so we get those great smiles looking in the camera. So that's another thing that you can do there. Okay, great question, Ashley. Jen asks, hi Heidi, the business plan is awesome, by the way. Jen, I'm so glad that you're enjoying it so far. I am a small on-location photographer out of Central Mass. Yes, I pack up my car to the limit, and I was wondering how you would respond if you get to a location to take pictures and all of a sudden Grandma and Grandpa shows up and want some pictures as well. This is after you've already set up the session and the pricing with the parents, but they didn't include the extras. How would you respond on the spot? Thanks so much. So this is a great question, Jen. And when we started, I mean, right now we say our sessions are for 5 immediate family members, because you don't want people bringing like their second cousins into the shoot and let's take a picture. All of a sudden your small family session is like a family reunion, right? We don't want that happening. But I never mind if it's like just the grandparents jumping in for a shot, and this is why. Because it sells after the session. They're not going to take a picture with the grandparents and the kid and not buy it, so that's even better. It kind of depends how your packages are priced. If you have sort of an all-inclusive pricing, then yeah, but we do sales after the session, in-person sales after the session. So why not? If the grandparents want to get in, the parents are sure to buy that image. It's an extra sale for me for pretty much the same amount of work, because I'm already showing up to do the session. So I don't really mind doing that at all. I have, though, like when I went on location, I used to be solely on location as well for a full year before we even opened our studio, and then even in the beginning of our studio time, I was still kind of 50-50 on location and in person. So sometimes that happens, unfortunately, when you're like going to somebody else's turf, and what do you say? And customer service issues like that always happen. There's not that much you can do about it. I mean, always, obviously, the more you communicate your policies up front, the more you actually get on the phone and talk to somebody, the better, because you hand them a contract, nobody reads it. You have to physically tell them. If you did a pre-session consultation and you're planning with them, you could say, what's everybody wearing, who's going to be there, and then maybe the grandparent issue or idea would have come up during that planning session. So I'm not really sure how much you did on the front end. That's some ways to avoid it. But at the end of the day, if they showed up, I'd probably snap a picture because they're going to buy it and it helps my sales, so why not, right? Okay, Lynette asks, can you elaborate how your business grew from 2009 to 2010 as talked about in the business plan? What were you doing to make that happen? My studio's in the same boat right now. After purchasing your business plan, I know that my weakness is marketing. So why is it so hard? I feel like there should be a course just for marketing that helps non-marketing gurus like myself. I feel defeated. So Lynette, I totally get it. Marketing, I always say this, I feel like I could teach a college semester course in marketing or more than that. This is why marketing there's so many different ways that you can market your business, and it's an ongoing daily effort. I'm marketing every single day for Heidi Hope Photography, even if it's just through social media, but it's always an effort. So in the very beginning, my marketing strategy was search engine ranking, and I've already talked to you about this before, so I know that you're already working on that with your business. So working on my SEO, and social media was really important to me. Social media is different now, so it's not as easy to reach potential clients, so you have to go a different route. I think that if you're struggling with your online business, that you need to get out in your community and form relationships. For me, in the beginning, the reason why my business took off so quickly is because I was doing something that nobody else around me was really doing. I mean, there were a few newborn photographers at the time, but the stuff that I came out with was always really different, and I've kind of prided myself on being creative and being an innovator and kind of forging my own path. In fact, I'd often see something that somebody else was doing, and I wouldn't do it just for that reason. Now, obviously, it's a different culture than it was 6 years ago. Like we were just inundated with images from Pinterest to all the social media accounts, and the consumer is really so much more savvy about photography and what's out there. And there's a million more photographers, different market. So I grew really quickly in a different market. But how do we still have such a strong business? It's because of our branding and continuing to build relationships with our customers. So like I said before, and there's no, it's not a magic pill, it's not a magic bullet. It's one session at a time, doing an amazing job, thrilling clients, getting referrals, and one by one they start spreading the word, and more, your base grows and grows and grows. But it's slow, and it's a daily effort. So I don't think, judging by what you've shared with me, that you're doing anything wrong with marketing. I think you just have to keep doing what you're doing and be patient for your business to grow. I think you're taking all the right steps. Just continue to get out there, maybe do a promotion with another local business, even a promotion with your current fan base, maybe some kind of a referral program that you're really giving a great reward for referrals, and make your work stand out, make it be the best it can be, and offer something different for people. Something about your experience or your product has to be different if you're in a really saturated market. Whew, that's a lot. I hope that helps, but I'll talk to you more about this too in the business plan Facebook group. Okay, so Danielle asks, I adore your Cake Smash setups. Where do you get inspiration from, and do your clients help you to choose their baby's theme? Yes, Danielle, the parents actually really, for the most part, the parents come in and tell us what they want or what they have in mind for their theme, and we just try to like put our own artistic spin on it. Some parents come in and say, I have no idea what I want to do, you can just run with it. And that's really fun for us. But a lot of times they have a theme in mind or a color scheme, or a lot of them are very detailed and specific. And so we take that and we try to, make it our own. But at the end of the day, the pictures from the Cake Smash sessions are for them to enjoy. They're going to be hanging in their home. And so we really work to not just have it be our style and our total control over the situation. We really have it work to be kind of a combination of their style, what they want, what they love, what is sentimental and meaningful to them, and our own personal style. So it's like a balance there. And we do a planning session to do that. And then after the planning session, we'll often email back and forth like outfit ideas or backdrop ideas, or sometimes we just do that, and then like sometimes it's the day before the session where I'm like, oh, I know what we should do for the background. So every session is really unique depending on what theme they want. Okay, Elizabeth asks, I would love tips on how to relaxedly, I like that word, direct a photo shoot. I've looked all over for tips, and I feel awkward trying to get poses and reactions or interactions from the client, and I can't find any tips or suggestions. So this is a tough one. Honestly, I think experience is what has made me more comfortable in doing that. Because I think back to when I started, and I was much more uncomfortable posing. But I felt like I didn't know how to pose as well then, and so I wasn't sure. I think just relax, be yourself, and I come in, you know, when I wasn't as comfortable with posing on the spot, I would actually make a list of poses that I wanted before I went into a shoot. So I would know, like, okay, I'm going to do these 5 poses, and at least I had those. I studied them. I knew what I was going to do, so I had it memorized. Because you have to know the technical stuff well enough that you can forget it during the shoot and just connect with your subject. If you're struggling too much on remembering poses, then you're not going to connect. So it's like you have to memorize that stuff, study before the big exam, then you show up on the day of the shoot, and you know them like the back of your hand. You can get them in those poses, and then you can be yourself and be comfortable and joke with them and get them to lighten up. Movement always works really well, so I might get them in a pose and then have them sing a song, or, I mean, we do a lot of baby sessions, so it's like sing a song and tickle them and read a book or whatever. Anything that can get them moving, older kids, get them jumping, running, that tends to warm them up a little bit too, so that you get more natural interactions. Christine asks, can you please advise what are the best and worst months to start renting a studio space? For example, would November be best to capture holiday portrait season? January being the worst because everyone's broke and exhausted. Related to that, if you could generally speak to the ebb and flow of the slow and busy times at your portrait studio, depending on the time of year. Okay, that's an awesome question, Christine, and one we have never had before, so love it. So our busy season here, we're kind of a baby-based business. So we have baby business all year round. So newborns, 6-month, first birthday, we're shooting those all year round. But May through October here is our busy season, because in addition to our baby sessions that kind of take us year round, we also have our family outdoor season. So we're in New England. We don't have good weather year round. So really that picks up around May. People want to do beach shoots. And then the fall foliage stuff in New England is really beautiful, and people really, Christmas card season is definitely popular for family portraits, because if you're going to get a family portrait done, you might as well also put it on your Christmas card and have a great looking Christmas card, right? So those are generally our busiest months. February is by far our slowest month. We take a week off in December after Christmas. So January tends to be full because it's like a lot of people who didn't get in during that week off. We get a lot of babies born, so we get kind of slammed in January. Then February is dead as a doornail. We just have newborn and a couple baby sessions. So February is definitely slowest, and then it starts to gradually pick up. Now we're crazy, busy town, crazy until Christmas basically. So see you in December. So yeah, that I don't know what would be the best or worst month to start renting, to be honest with you. I would save money and I would open my studio space in the slow season, because then you have the time to be able to get things right. There's always kinks when you open a new business. There are always going to be things that go wrong. There's a lot of work involved in opening and setting up a space and figuring out what works for you. So my suggestion would be save in the busy season in like November or December when the money's coming in from all those Christmas shoots. Open in January, February, March when you're slow and you have time to devote to really getting your studio all set up, and then you'll be all prepared to run into busy season again where you'll make that money. But I would definitely track your money for quite a few months before even deciding to open a studio space, and I'm sure you are doing that. And I think you purchased the business plan, right? So you know to plan your business first, so you will be tracking your finances, you will have your financial plan, and then you can start saving for that future dream business of yours. So these were such great questions this week, and I think the question app actually worked this week for once, so let me see if I can read them. I think I need glasses. Okay. Hi Heidi, love your studio space, and we just moved to a new state, so I'm building a new studio space. I'd love to know where you got your studio flooring. Okay, great. So our studio flooring is just from either Home Depot or Lowe's, but they both make the same one. It's like a pergo wood, and it's called Coastal Pine. But they both, it's called one at one place and one at another place, but they're both really similar, and it's awesome. Easy cleanup. Okay. And to clarify, yes, okay, Cami. So great, I think I got your question there. So thank you everybody so much for joining us for FAQ Friday this week, and because you joined us, you are in the know about our giveaway for the business plan for photographers. So head on over to the Learning blog and enter the giveaway. That will be live at 3 p.m. on the FAQ Friday post in the blog. So you'll see FAQ Friday replay with this little video embedded, and then right underneath is going to be a Rafflecopter giveaway, so you can enter to win a free copy valued at $199, but really it is priceless for your business. Plus, you can join us in the Facebook group, so you can have continuing dialogue with other people who are planning their businesses along with you, and you can ask me any questions that you have about the plan. So thanks, everybody. Have a great Friday the 13th. I'm glad we didn't have too many technical difficulties here. And we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.